because I started watching Peacemaker after I watched Superman on HBO Max, and I kind of really enjoyed it. So, and it's kind of fresh on mine because I just finished the first season. So, I think we're gonna hop into talking about Peacemaker. Okay. So I know that Peacemaker came out at this point, I think 3 years ago. And people have probably said everything there's to say about it. And I know I'm very late to the party. But I don't think a lot of people watched it. I know it was successful and I know people liked it. But I didn't really hear about it a ton, like outside of the fans of the DC universe. And they've also changed some stuff since it first originally came out. So I think it's warranted to talk about, and I'm just excited about it. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. I watched Superman on HBO Max, and if you guys are interested in my like re-review of watching it for the second time, and if I had any more thoughts on it, that is linked in the description below. So if you wanted to click on that, that'll take you to the main channel where I have that video posted. And I rewatched it, right? And it just kind of, even though I didn't love it, it kind of got me in the mood to watch some more DC stuff. And I was very excited to do that. So I put on Peacemaker. And if you guys don't know, there's like a whole John Cena thing going on right now where he's retiring from the WWE. He's doing his farewell tour. So John Cena was just kind of front of mind anyway. So I popped it on. And I got to say, I wasn't even surprised. I was shocked at how good, how high of quality, how funny, how entertaining, and how interesting this show was. It was all of the adjectives, and it had me hooked from episode one. Aside from me having to get over the fact that he somehow survived the shot in the neck in the Suicide Squad movie, because we got to be on the same page here, right? The guy was definitely dead. Like, he definitely died in that movie. There's no way you're walking that off, right? So, besides that, once you get past that, the show is actually amazing. All the way up until the ending. And the ending is where I had quite a bit of issues with it. And I'm going to try to say this in a way that won't get me canceled on my first live stream. And also spoilers, just in case you guys haven't seen the show. It has been out for 3 years, but just in case you haven't seen it, fair warning, spoilers. I don't think a climate change activist makes a very good supervillain. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, the villain of the entire season of this show is this thing called a butterfly. And the butterfly is basically just an alien from another planet. And what they do is they came to Earth for reasons that I'm not going to get into, but they came down and they like enter through orifices in the human body, and they get into the person's head and they take over them. It's kind of like the rat in Ratatouille, but like a lot more invasive. And their whole scheme, as we were finding out through the start of the show and through the middle, was that they were taking over people in government positions, and they were trying to like kind of overthrow our government and trying to put people in power so that they could like affect things, right? And we get to the end of the show, when we get to the final battle, where we're trying to kill this cow, which is what gives them all of their food, because the food on Earth isn't good enough for them to eat, and they can't live off of it. They can live off of the water and everything else, but they have to have this food from this cow. So we find this out, and we go over there, and we're trying to blow it up, right? And Peacemaker is in this conversation, this exchange with the villain who is, controlling this cop's body. And they have this dialogue, and she says that their planet was destroyed, and they found ours was habitable, and they came here benevolent. Oh my God, I can't speak. They came here benevolently. I don't know what I'm saying. Hi, Zoe.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
How are you? I'm live right now. Say hi. You can't. Can you see because of the poster?
Yeah.
You hit the mic.
I didn't.
You smacked it.
I didn't touch.
You went boom.
I didn't touch.
You didn't touch?
No, this looks cool.
Thank you. I themed it. I know you saw the ticker before, but I themed it like Blockbuster colors.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's cool too. But anyway, like I was saying before, I was pleasantly interrupted. They're having this conversation, and it comes down to the aliens are there to basically save us from ourselves and to force us into taking care of the planet. And I mean, maybe call me old fashioned, but I'm not like a huge fan of like forced political messages in my superhero stuff, and I'm also not a huge fan of the trope of talking to the villain and trying to get them to become a good person rather than just like beating the crap out of them because it's a superhero movie. Like in real life you have to have those conversations and you have to like be realistic about it and you have to like try to plead for good. In a superhero movie, they don't live in the real world, so we can just like beat the crap out of each other and solve it that way. Like call me old fashioned, but I kind of would have rather have that. So I loved the show. I didn't love the ending, and I ultimately didn't love the villain. But they had me all the way through because it was like a nice mystery, and there was like some paranormal stuff going on, and there was the characters were funny. I liked Peacemaker. Everything was great, and it kind of reminded me of like the old animated Justice League movie where there's like these shape shifting Martians that come down, and the Justice League kind of has to like figure out who's who and like what's going on. Very like sleeper agent stuff. So I liked everything like that, but I didn't like the ending, and it kind of has me nervous for season 2 because I just started the first couple episodes of that, and if you've seen the first couple episodes, you know how it starts, and it's just crazy. So the show's kind of taken a turn for me since season 1, and I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'm also kind of excited, and because I'm a fan, I'm still gonna watch it. But those are just my thoughts on Peacemaker season 1 at least. So there's that. If you guys